Okay, fine. So we are discussing about access specifiers, right? So we can take class as the public, and we can take variable as the public, and we can take method as the public, and similarly we can take constructor as the public. We can take constructor as the public, constructor as the public, constructor as the public. Okay, so similarly, so this is with respect to public, guys. This is with respect to public. Okay, similarly we can go with the private also. The first point is we cannot take class as private. This is the mandatory step, guys. Whenever you are defining the class, you cannot take class as the private. Why? Because if you define a class as a private, then JVM also can able to access. Okay, if you mention anything inside the anything you can define with private, then that you can able to access within the file only. Okay, so class we cannot take as the private. Next point is we can take mm, method as the private. Method as the private. Next we can take we can take variables as the private. Variables as private. And next point is we can take next constructor as the private. Constructor as the private. Okay, but class name you should not take private. So that is the point you have to remember. That is the point you have to remember in case of private and public. In case of private and public. Next, after we have the topic that is the protected members. Protected meaning the protected. The protected members can be accessed within the same package and within. So protected members meaning if you define any, for example, if you take public, the class name is the demo, and if you define the variable with protected, then that is belong to protected variable, protected int age. This variable is called protected. These variables, whatever the I would say, the access specifier will mention with the protected, those protected members can be accessed within the same package and subclasses. Within the same package and subclasses. So already you know the package, subclasses meaning hierarchy. Hierarchy. So where how the package is topic at the time we can discuss with the protected. At the time we can discuss with the protected. Okay. Next access specifier is the default access specifier. So from these, if you not mention any access specifier, then automatically the JVM it will they give default access specifier. Okay. If you not mention, for example, if you not written any access specifier, public class and from some demo, and if I define like this int age, here I am not mentioning any access specifier. If I am not mentioning any access specifier, then the JVM will allocate default access specifier. The JVM allocate default access specifier. Default access specifier can access within the package. We can access within the package, within the same package. So this is all about access specifiers, guys. Anyone have any questions in this area? If you observe the main method, I will show you the main method demo.java. Now you guys see here. So in the starting classes, beginning classes, I told you, right, like so each word has the different story, right? So this is the access specifiers topic, and this is the methods concept. Methods, we have the two types of methods, static method and instance method, and this is belonging to static method. And this is the void is the return type. If the method don't want to mention anything, then you have to use the void. And main is the method name, and this is the arrays concept. And this is the variable. This is the variable. This is the variable. Access specifier. This is the keyword, and this is the class name. This is the class name. So at the beginning level, beginning time, I told you like each word has the each story. So this, I hope this is clear, right? So anyone have any questions in this area, guys? About access specifiers, anyone have any questions? Guys, any question, anyone access specifiers? Shall I move to the next topic? Guys, please respond. Guys, are you there? Any questions, anyone about access specifiers? Can you please, if you have any questions, can you please ask your questions, guys? No questions, right? Okay. Okay, fine. I will move to the next one. So, total OOPS is divided into two parts, part 1 and part 2. In the part 1, what are the topics you have generally? So we learned about a class and object, and we learned about types of variables. We learned about types of variables, and we learned about types of methods, and we learned about constructors, types of constructors, and we learned about this keyword, and we learned about the access specifiers. Access specifiers. This is all comes under the OOPS basics, guys. These all are comes under the OOPS basics. Once you get the awareness on, once you are familiar with part 1, then we will go with the part 2. OOP part 2. OOP part 2. Okay. So in the OOPS part 2, so generally here we have the principles, 4 principles here. So first principle is encapsulation. Encapsulation. So today I am giving overview. Like second one, we have the inheritance. I can say inheritance. And next we have third one. Next we have polymorphism. And next we have fourth one is abstraction. Abstraction. So what does it mean by encapsulation? Encapsulation meaning it is the process of writing. Encapsulation meaning it is the process of writing. It is the process of combining variables and methods and variables. Combining methods and variables as a single entity. Variables as a single entity. Single entity is called